Good morning. Good morning. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Last Week Today. Last week, yeah, Last Week Today. I'm sorry. I didn't pronounce the exclamation point. We got some people filtering in so far. We'll say hi in just a moment. Just kind of set the table for today in case you didn't see the description. I didn't have any pickups. I had a very small read week. We'll be going into that, of course. So today's just kind of like a general hangout. We might not be here the full hour. We'll see how it goes. We're just gonna play it by ear, as they say. So let's see who's here so far. Psychedelic. Good morning to you, sir. Was thinking about you. One of my coworkers actually just moved to Hackettstown. I was like, oh, I know Hackettstown. David, main event. How are you, sir? You know what? I was watching Brian, and I was inspired to grab my hat here, even though I guess this is an adult size because I feel like it's more of a fez at this point than a hat. But David, we need a Bane video with Bane wearing a Santa hat. Even just an Instagram picture. I'm not gonna lie to you, that'll satisfy me here. Comics by the Bay, spelled B-A-Y, not like Beyonce for those who can't read. How are you, sir? Mr. Gary B. I hope you're keeping warm, sir. Every time I look at upstate New York, which I don't know if Rochester's technically upstate New York, but it's upstate for me. I think of Gary B. El Green, how are you, sir? Scrolling. David saying hi. This is nice. At least you can see my comments. YouTube blocked me from Brian's again. This is the third. What are you saying to people, El Green, that YouTube doesn't like you? YouTube is a fickle she-devil of a program. I'm not going to lie to you. Master and Madam, how are you? I have to watch your video. I saw the little picture card, which, by the way, awesome Soundgarden shirt. Soundgarden, one of the few bands I regret not being able to see. But I have not watched it yet. We're going to watch it. Seth, how are you, sir? Could not find a Santa hat big enough for my head. That's okay. Put it on like that Superman character that nobody could pronounce, Mr. and Mrs. something. Cat fan, how are you? Oh, your green machine, you must be on the naughty list, of course. Yeah, YouTube does that. I guess everybody at YouTube has like the week off or something. I worked this week. They had a half day yesterday, which for me doesn't count because the little guy had his appointment for his helmet. Good news is it's not too much longer. And then next week, I'm trying to think. I have a half day Friday. Oh no, we're off this Monday, which is nice. And next week I have a half day Friday. So still working, but in my line, not a lot of the agents I deal with are working. So it's a good catch up week. So I'm looking forward to that as much as you could look forward to it, I guess. But yeah, let me show you what I read. Again, I don't have any pickups. I do have a Midtown order coming. And hey, Evil, how are you? That I'm kind of excited to do because I wound up catching that like on one of their weird sales that you kind of have to read the fine print on. And I was able to pick up a lot of books recommended by Doug Bratton for $1 or less a piece. So maybe that'll be a video soon. I don't know. I feel like I did the charity unboxing. I did the art unboxing. I did get big news. Our long lost CBCS grading order in, and I have an idea for how I want to film that. And then I have this. I don't want to turn this into unboxing-orama. Hi, honey.
Hi.
She says hi, everybody. You could hear that because, yeah. Anyway, Das, congratulations on your win, sir. I went to go look up your channel, and apparently I subscribed to you already. So I have to make it a point to check you out and to watch it. Okay, so I'll just show you what I read. Again, I didn't read a whole lot. I only read 3 comics. She-Hulk #7. Yeah, I know I'm behind. If you've been watching me before, then you know that, I'm behind. And I'll just say She-Hulk #8 at the same time. But we'll go into that. Whenever I'm behind to the point where I have like 2 or 3 issues backed up, I try to read them all in a row. I just like that kind of continuity. Um, I like the series overall. I felt like issue 7 was starting to get a little bit of a Emily in Paris type of vibe, um, but I'm there for it at the same time. Um, I think I'm starting to enjoy this series actually a little bit more than Slot's run, which, if you know me, then you know that I'm a big fan of Dan Slott's run on She-Hulk. So that's saying something. Issue 8 uh, was a little bit of a different pace. I'm just flipping through at the same time to give me a little reminder. Um, a little bit more of a different pace than She-Hulk, which was welcome, but I'm not gonna say like the best way to say it, like it was a good change of pace. Why don't we just leave it at that? Um, you got kind of a little bit of a backstory on the motivations of one of the very minor villains that I think they just introduced in this run. Yeah, Jen Bartel is killing it with these covers. Well, hold on. Let's see if it passes the wife test. Honey,
Yeah.
need your opinion. She's in the kitchen. Okay. You know what we'll do, because I've only read 3 comics. We'll transition towards the end into, does my wife any either of these covers or whatever I start last time. Honey, hold on. You got to answer these people. Everybody's asking. What do you think of these She-Hulk covers?
I like them.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not too, revealing or.
In case you didn't hear her, because she's over there, she likes them because they're not too revealing, and they're not really revealing. But no, Jen Bartel is a great talent. You know what I noticed, Gary? I don't know if she's, hey, Diamond. I don't know if this has just been done. I feel like, not necessarily. I feel like Jen Bartel has kind of starting to sign kind of like David Mack kind of has that little Japanese, looks like he does it like with a rubber stamp. That doesn't look like a rubber stamp, but it's the same kind of format. But it's cool. It's there for it. I do like the corner box art on this one a lot, which usually I don't pay attention to those, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Pulp Fiction vibe. Yeah, like I said, overall, I think it's a great series. Issue 8 is a different kind of, what do you call it, direction for the series. And you know what? I just realized talking to you now that they reintroduced the loyalty numbers on these. I could be wrong. They could have been there and I just didn't notice, but oh well. Mrs. Phil is making breakfast for no. I ate breakfast while breakfast for Brian was on. I had some oatmeal. She doesn't like oatmeal, so there you go. Yeah, I like them, but you know what it is, Gary? It's just, I think I'm so used to reading comics without those corner art boxes that it's just like, okay, it's there. You know, like if it's done well and these are done well, I'll take notice. I don't think I could think of any that have been done badly, at least that come to mind, at least in the last couple of years. The only other book I read this month, is that your phone? No, that's the fridge. Is Tiger Division #1. Again, I'm behind. And I had this is the Archer variant. I picked it up because I haven't read too many of the Asian Marvel characters. I'm not sure I'm not sure really how to encompass all of them. I did have a couple of Greg Pak's series, not the whole series, but just a couple issues there. What are you getting, Chad, for Christmas? You had to go there, didn't you? It is a great cover, yeah. And it looked like that there were actually a lot of good covers for this, but I'm trying my best not to pick up multiple covers. In the back, they actually show a collection of them. And I'll be honest, they show 6 covers. Half of them I like. I'll show you those here. Like that, of course, is the one that you're looking at. So I didn't know why I highlighted that. Excuse me. You got the Peach Momoko one here. And Peach, I think a couple people have said this. It's either great or not so great. And this one's just okay. Like I'm not batting down the door to get it. If I see it at a discount, maybe I'll grab it. And then this one here, where I really like the character, the cover. Here, hold on. The one at the bottom here with White Fox.
This is. Aren't you wearing Chad glasses?
Thank you. Yeah, you have my wife going in on Chad. Thank you. Yeah, like that character White Fox. I've been following her in a couple series. I think she should be a huge character. I enjoy her a lot, and that cover though just looks okay in my roll. I made a rule to only pick up cover A on all books. Gets expensive. Yeah, but look, I mean, at the end of the day, if there's a cover B that you like, go for it. I'm trying to hone in on that rule myself. I'm not always successful. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'm trying to get away from just buying cover buys myself. Yeah, I kind of resigned myself to the fact that if I'm picking up a Catwoman book at this point, it's a cover buy. But the book itself, I have to say, I was really intrigued. It kind of has a little bit of an old school kind of vibe to it. Like I felt like it felt like reading like an early Avengers book where you're slowly introduced to these characters. It's a small, not like a high stake kind of fight at all, or high stake kind of incident, but at the same time they modernize it a little bit. I do have to say, and again, most of these characters, with the exception of Luna Snow and Snow Fox, who I just mentioned, I'm not familiar with. They have this one character they really started kind of leaning into that really sounds intriguing. I'm probably going to mispronounce this. Taiguki, aka Taiwan. This guy here. And they go into, I don't know if this is his first appearance or not. Again, I'm not up to date with the Asian Marvel characters. They go into a little bit of his backstory, and it sounds really, really interesting. He does kind of like just I think that's like a 4, 5, 6 page, 1, 2, 4, yeah, 8 page, okay, a little bit of a flashback. And yeah, I just really like what they're doing. They kind of draw him back to 1950 in the start of the Korean War, and it makes you think that his unit or his village was part of the village fighting the Americans. And yeah, very interesting stuff. I don't know if I'm in for reading the next issue. Just again, there's a lot to read, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So let me catch up on the comments here. There's David. Had been digging Tiger Division, but wish it was a little more. Did the second one come out yet? I'd imagine so. Like I said, I know I'm behind, and judging from the ad on the back, I'm at least maybe 1 or 2 months behind on this. I made a rule only pick up cover, right? Yeah, we spoke about that. DV is the only one who increases the prices for variants other than ratios. At least Marvel keeps things consistent with price. DV, I don't know who DV is, but yeah, what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to wait a little bit longer on some of them, just like what you're going to see with Midtown. It tends to be that if you wait a little bit longer, they go on sale. I'm a cover guy too, but pick up variants I like to. Yeah, and I mean that's the balance I have. Like I'll give you an example with Immortal X-Men. I have a standing order with my LCS. Hey, I want the Mark Brooks cover. And then in certain months, like I haven't read it yet. I don't know if it was the last issue, the one before that. There's a nice kind of Victorian era picture of Emma Frost and Kitty Pryde on it. I said, look, I want both the covers that month because that looks like the best Mark Brooks cover I've ever seen. Most Marvel Indie variants are the same price. DC is $1 more. Yeah, but I think with the DC I could see because they do use that heavier stock in it. And I mean, as we're saying, look, paper is expensive. Just ask, who's it? Not AWA. Aftershock. Lady Fantastic, how are you? I have to say, I watched. Hold on 1 second. Honey, when you have a second, can you call my sister? She's trying to text me right now.
She's not going to do that when I call her.
We'll try it. Just tell her I'm in the middle of the stream. I'll call her in a bit.
I'll just text her.
Whatever, yeah. Thank you. See, trying to organize Christmas plans at the last minute is great, and we've been trying for 2 weeks, but everybody's on board now. Lady Fantastic, I have to say, I watched the 10-1-1 with I don't know the woman's name. I think it was DJ Lynx's wife, and if I'm not mistaken, you were one of the guests on it. Hilarious. I loved that episode so much. I told Gary I could have watched another hour of that. That flew by. Oh, DC. Okay, thank you. Second issue is a little bit better. Maybe I'll just read it online. Just caught up on Avengers Forever while listening to the show. I haven't read any Avengers Forever. I'm trying to transition gradually to more and more online reading. Right now, I'm not picking up anything regularly in print with DC here and there, but I intended to sign up for their online service, and they didn't have the big sale, at least for the Ultra tier that I wanted this year. Tiger Division was fun, and Black Cat Annual as well. I've read very few Black Cat of the newer issues too. The newer series, series with an extra S. I don't know. Just got home from picking up an OLED Switch. Congratulations. Tell us what you're playing. Yeah, El Green. Momoko, like I said, it's either I love it or I could do without it. There is no in between. That being said, Marvel's going hard with her lately. Like, there's at least 4 Ghost Rider covers when I was going through Midtown sale that I had in my cart at one moment. I'm like, these covers are great, but I feel like I can get just as much enjoyment out of it just by looking at the picture online than owning it. And I decided to not purchase it. It's great, but it's like, it's kind of like, I'm Italian, so I can say this, of course. Marvel is the Italian mother of publishers. Like, I guess DC to an extent too with Batman. But it's like, oh, you like Peach? Well, here's a million Peach Momokos. Felicia and White Fox are a fun duo. You know what? I think I did see that. I don't remember if I picked it up. Pick up every cover I can of the new Rogue and Gambit series. I just found out that that's coming out. Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of got mixed feelings on it. Do you know who the writer is, David? I really loved what they did on Mr. and Mrs. X. And one of the reasons Excalibur was such a letdown for me was I felt like they didn't really do anything with that great relationship. And that was Teenie Howard. Evil, what kind of Switch games are you playing? Because we have a Switch that I like to play. My wife only likes to play fighting games where she could beat me up.
Really? You haven't played since when? Ever since I mentioned it.
Oh, because we've been busy. I've been working on AOKs that are not done before Christmas. But hopefully soon. And I've said, look, tonight it's going to be cold. It's either we're going to, Netflix again, or
going out.
We're not going to be home that late, though. Come on. At this point, I think we're going to be home before dark. It's going to be that cold, but we'll see. Let's see. I picked up Breath of the Wild. I was playing that. I have not finished it yet. We're trying to find games that we both like to play. She likes to, again, play fighting games.
You like Marvel games.
Yeah. Well, I haven't been playing a lot of Marvel games on the Switch. We have the one that was at Ultimate Alliance, and I was like, oh, this is a 2-player game. And that's when I realized she only likes it if she could beat me up in it. We can't be on the same team in it.
It's not that I can beat you up. It's a competition that's so intriguing.
So, but you don't want to do any teamwork? Is that what you're saying?
No, it's not as fun. It's not as challenging. The whole fun is beating you at a game. But
some of my favorite games that I'll play, like on the online service that I'm probably not re-upping. I haven't decided yet. I think I have a week to decide that. Growing up, Final Fight. I was all about Final Fight. Do you know Final Fight? It's a side-scrolling beat-up. You're a guy fighting a bunch of gangsters, and it's 2-player. But I know you don't like that, so it's like, all right, well, I can play Final Fight over and over again. My wife's not going to enjoy that. That used to. My dad probably remembers how much we used to go to. Here's a local reference if you guys don't know. There used to be a little arcade like the next town from where I grew up called, it was called Game Town, actually. Then it got bought by some guy named Ronnie, and it was called Ronnie's. And we would beg my dad to take us there at least twice a month. And I don't know how much money he must have spent with us playing like Final Fight, the X-Men game, the Simpsons games, Ninja Turtles games. It was great. Those were the days. Breath of Fire and Nier. I've heard about Nier, but I'm not jumping in. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What else? What if I really think? I only play arcade games. I only have arcade games. You know what? I'd be there for arcade games, Stas. The problem is no space. No, no, like the little.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no space and not a whole lot of extra cash around. So, we have the versions on Switch, so that's how we enjoyed it. But yeah, that was always my childhood thing. Like, oh, it'd be great to have an arcade game. And I've thought about just because I know a fair amount of people who do like emulators and build their own cabinets, but again, we don't have the space for it. Yeah, I'm there with you. I really did enjoy Breath of Fire. I don't know why I stopped playing it. I think it was just, what it is? I think because I wound up getting Skyrim on sale, and I played Skyrim for like 8 months straight. That's something my wife would definitely not be into. She doesn't like fantasy games. I do want to get into Witcher, but I don't know if it's something you could just jump into. They need to re-release the X-Men, the Simpsons arcade games on Switch. I thought they were on for. I could be wrong, Evil, but I think they were on at one point. The X-Men game, I remember downloading, I think on my Xbox, like 10 years ago, and it didn't really hold up. I'm not going to lie to you. It felt way too easy. I don't know. Well, Seth, I would hope that you would give yourself a discount. Luigi's Mansion 3. I played Luigi's Mansion 3. It's great. I am up to the final fight, and I gave up because it was just so frustrating. They're about to remake Witcher 1. I might just wait for the remake then. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's not true.
What?
We played together.
What?
Team Mario Party, remember?
Oh, yeah, we play Mario. Well, Mario Party, you're playing. See, here's the thing. We do play Mario Party. I do want to download the new one because it's supposed to be better as far as more boards.
We don't play, so why?
Well, we'll play if it's more fun. That's the thing.
We don't play. We don't have time to play.
That's true. Mario Party, we were playing for a while, and it's just the Mario Party. You had a limited number of boards, and then.
I think the last time we played was when I was pregnant, right?
No. I don't know. Yeah, I mean with the
Yeah,
baby, it's a little tough too because.
My hands were numb. I remember that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But we play Mario Party in a way where it's a little bit. Not Mario Party. I'm thinking of the Club 52, where it's a little bit more cooperative.
Oh, yeah, that one we played too. See,
yeah,
we play the games.
We like Club 52 as well, but we again only like certain games. So I don't even know what the name of the game is, but on Club 52. It's like a knockoff of Trouble. We have a general rule when we play with each other where if you can bounce somebody, or if you have the option of moving your piece in a way where it's not going to hit her piece or where she's not going to hit my piece, we avoid doing that. If it can't be avoided, it can't be avoided. And then we try to help each other out as far as, hey, this guy's right on your ass. Let me see if I could knock him out. Wellbore, how are you, sir? PlayStation guy here. I had a PS2. Just not now. I don't have any of those, I guess, bigger systems now, the Xbox or the PlayStation. I don't think I would get the same use out of them. Smash Brothers we enjoyed, but my wife does not like. She would get mad if I picked up items and beat her.
No.
Wait. When we're playing Smash Brothers, you used to say I was cheating if I picked up a weapon.
No.
No. If I picked up a laser in Smash Brothers and I beat you with it, you weren't mad.
No, you did something else. I can't remember what you did.
We have a little bit of revisionist history. We can't play Mario Kart. My wife gets motion sickness, so that would be ungood. But that's okay. I'll be honest with you, if our house was bigger and we didn't have to worry about my son who is starting to crawl, I would get that one with the actual little cars that you drive, the Mario Kart with the RC cars, just because that looks hilarious and fun. And yes, that's a 43-year-old man saying that. Matt Woods, everybody, bless you, honey. But yeah, not in this house. So I know that, bless you, honey. I know that this week was a big comic week. I didn't go to the LCS. I'm probably not going to go until not next week, but the week after. At this point, we'll see.
Which is the new year.
Well, no, next year is the new year. I'm talking about the week after.
The week after is the new year.
Yeah, which reminds me, I should call Sean today.
Next Sunday is New Year's Eve.
I understand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I have my GameCube actually still at my mom's house. I enjoyed GameCube. Eternal Darkness, great game. They still haven't remade that one. Yes, Seth, Matt Woods. Yeah, I haven't picked up anything new. Does anybody have any comic book related things they're waiting for Christmas, or they're hoping Santa or Hanukkah Harry brings them? The only comic related items, I'm going to try to look at my wife because she has a bad poker face. This is how I know if my wife bought any of these things. I know she didn't because I told her don't. Zach Morris is going off, honey. Oh, that's the mail. Yes, I've named my Arlos after Saved by the Bell characters. That's what that reference is. I just realized that.
Which you don't like. So go figure that one out.
Well, it was before they did the remakes. So, yeah, I asked for Fantastic Four First Circle. Or was it First Circle? I forgot what it's called. Yeah, the Alex Ross one. And just some storage boxes. You know, some of those CGC boxes. Just to put my slabs in. I figure that'd be a good thing. This week is going to be a bigger week for me. Yeah, I meant like maybe something outside of your poll list. Somebody's talking about Sega Genesis. David, they, yeah, you could actually on Switch, they have like the Switch Online collection for Genesis games. I didn't have a Genesis. I used to play at my friend's house, but the games I liked, they haven't really ported over yet. Like I loved Techno Cop. That was my jam. There was some other one that was a strategy.
RoboCop?
Probably. There's another one that was like a strategy game, but you was like in ancient Rome and Populous. I remember we used to be playing a lot. That being said, I also loved, I think, some of the things that are on there. Maybe I'll look at that into the new year, like Altered Beasts, of course. I remember playing Strider and not being impressed because I loved it on NES, but not so much there. Let's see. Brian, Merry Christmas to you again, sir. Oh, I remember the Jurassic Park game. Yeah, I remember that being huge as a kid. Oh, you could play as the raptor. Let's see. No comics, 95%. But sure that there's a studio series, Ironhide Transformer. That's cool. I have many of my old Transformers and my old He-Men at my mom's house, and I have a very good friend I used to work with. He used to watch my live feed. I don't think he has much time lately. He just got married. But if you are, congrats, Jan. Happy Hanukkah. And yes, I still have those toys. So, you know, we have to still work out when he could come over and buy them. Hold on. Bor, I want to go back to your comment. I was trying to read it. My wife and I agreed not to get each other gifts this year, so she bought me something in order so she could buy herself something too. Works in my year. Yeah. Samesies. Well, I told my wife that because, and I think I've said this before, I'm the only one working in the house right now. She's taking care of our son, which is fine. But look, we're on a strict budget. And at the end of the day, if she buys something, then it's like I kind of bought it for myself. So I prefer that she didn't get anything, but I know she probably got a little something. But that's okay because I got stuff too. See, if I don't know if there's any single guys in the chat now, single ladies know this. Anytime, if just in case, if somebody watches this later on, if your wife ever says to you, "You don't have to get me anything," that doesn't get you off the hook. You still have to buy stuff. Okay, think smart. Come on, people, get with the program. I'm gonna get some of those Mighty Marvel Masterworks X-Men books. That's a tongue twister. And an X-Men hoodie. X-Men hoodie wouldn't be bad. I'd be down for that. Reggie was, I think, selling his T-shirts at a discount, and I'll just say this: this is itchy. Okay, I'm switching back to my regular hat here. There we go. Sorry, it was scratchy there. Yeah, those Reggie's T-shirts. I don't know what kind of material that is, but it is the softest and most comfortable T-shirt I've ever owned. And yeah, if you could get them at a deal, get them at a deal. WTF games on Genesis, never played them. People saying hello to Brian, leading the test. Good at video games. Hi, Brian. Okay. We are taking a trip to Cuba in February, so that's our gift. That's a pretty good gift. I'm not going to lie to you. We were just talking last night, and I've been working very, very hard lately, and I was like, it'd be great if we could take a trip. We have. Let me preface this. I'm going to try to say this in the best way possible. We have some friends who go online and you see, oh, they're taking trips, they're doing this, they're doing that. And I know the story behind it, so I kind of know maybe that's not exactly the situation. So we kind of had to have that discussion like, honey, look, when you see this person, this picture, just know that there's a little bit behind this. Yeah, I'm trying to, again, be very gingerly in my speak. I'm sorry. If I had to take the hat off, show those beautiful locks. Yes, exactly, Seth. Yes. This is actually my retirement plan. If you've watched Chris Rock, I almost said Kid Rock. Chris Rock had a documentary a couple years ago called Good Hair. You saw that they were in India. The women sell their actual hair for wigs and whatnot. So I figure, look, I could grow my hair out and say, look, this is all American hair. Go ahead, go for it. I am going to cut it soon. It's getting on my nerves. Let's see. I have 101 great book. Evil. I guess Evil left us already. Take care. Merry Christmas, sir. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Were there any other Christmas comics I had on? I should say this too. I don't usually make a Christmas list. Yeah, Seth, it's annoying at this point, to be honest with you. But I have 5 siblings, so this year we decided we're going to do like a wish list, like you buy for this person, you buy for that person. So I actually had to sit down and say like, okay, well these are the things I want. I think I put the Jim Lee trading card book on the list, and I don't expect them to get any of these, by the way. I also had, for comic related stuff, I did put a couple of the flavors of comics on coffee, which, by the way, pro tip, if you have coffee grounds, they work as an excellent alternative to ice melt. The more you know, Matt Woods. I get it, Phil. I had to shave my head down with the number 2. Yeah, at college I did the same thing. My hair wasn't this long, but one day I was like, screw it. Went bzz, bzz, bzz. Had a friend help me, and yeah, there you go. Let's see. I'm trying to think what other comic related stuff do I have for you. I think that's actually it for me. But let's see. I'm just gonna ask the chat. Anybody have anything else they want to talk about, or just chat out, hang out and chat about? Brian, I need you to put a picture up. Brian, if you're still here, I need you to put a picture up of your wife's Christmas tamales, because that's all I could think about now after you said it. Yeah, that's one of the things that, like, we really haven't had a proper Christmas with my family in a while, and I miss like the Christmas men I got. Um, we were never really so much into the 7 fishes for Christmas Eve. I have one relative who would do it, and they're great. They could do it. I'll say this: like, of the 7 fishes, maybe there's only 2 or 3 that I go for. I don't like bacala, which if you're not familiar with, is just very, very salty.
Baklava.
No, bacala.
Oh, I don't like baklava.
No. My wife makes a delicious baklava. It's not Italian, but yeah, way too time intensive. We were talking about that a little bit in the chat on Brian's channel. So the little guy will not permit her time definitely to make baklava, or she'd have to do that on a day I have off and can just wrangle him in because he is on the move. Das, I've only received one comic as a Christmas gift. I got Amazing Spider-Man 2014, 1 in 25 variant Christmas of 2014 or 15. Hey, if you got to do it, that's always a great. If you got to only get one, that's one to get a nice variant. My mom, I think, one year. Hey, buddy. He's still sleepy. Now he's smiling at that. When I was a kid, I don't even remember the name of the mail service. I think it was something like it wasn't Midtown. If you know any of the old school services, let me know. It was like Planet something.
Planet Fitness.
No. Yeah, Lady Fantastic does have a channel, I believe. I think I'm subbed. I might be wrong, but I'll check after the lady. If you have one, put one in the chat. I'm pretty sure I do subscribe, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know what the mail away service was, but my mom one year went like, okay, what do you want from here? And I had circled stuff, and I think that's how I got like I have a Moon Knight 1 from signed by Jim Shooter. Hey, Neil. Neil says Merry Christmas, honey.
Merry Christmas.
I'm trying to think of some other things from that. I think I had gotten a couple that I was big into Evangeline in high school.
What is that?
Yeah, honey, you'd be mad at it. That's the one I told you. Like, I don't remember the story, but I remember like the first couple issues were pictures of this woman, and her character was the character design was based on it. It was it like Jimmy Palmiotti's like ex-wife? One of those. If anybody knows, just shout it out. Let me know. Yeah, I was big into Evangeline. I had a couple of the covers from there, and I could be wrong, but I think there was a Vampirella Strikes. The one Vampirella Strikes I have, again, honey, I was in high school, was also in that little haul. Oh, and I do remember it was the Weapon X trade paperback, which I still own. Yeah, I don't know how to make people mods. I'll be honest with you. So look up Lady Fantastic. After the, let me see if maybe I could just click on it. And yeah, I don't know what that is. I can't add links here. I'm gonna highlight you. So everybody, just look up at Lady Fantastic 765. I haven't watched a whole lot of videos from her. I'm not gonna lie to you, but both times I've seen her, she's on Gary B. Very fun. Yeah, that last 10-1-1. I don't think that was the last 10-1-1, but that 10-1-1 she was on was awesome. And like I said, I could have watched that for another hour. Definitely check that out. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. So yeah, because it's about 20 to 12 here. We have to figure out our Christmas Eve plans if we're leaving the house, because it's it's not great outside. I'm sure everybody says that. Everybody's in that same thing, but that's almost funny, David. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap everything up. I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas. Everybody, stay safe. You know, it's cold, roads get icy. You know, things happen. Keep your pipes going, your plumbing pipes, of course. And yeah, I think we'll be back next Saturday. I don't know yet. We're not big on celebrating New Year's Eve. At least I'm not. So
Not?
I'm not. I don't
You
know.
said you're going to take us to Las Vegas.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Vegas, honey. Great. Yeah, but everybody stay safe. And hey, look, if you we are going to go back to giveaways at some point in the new year. I'm going to try to tie it into the recorded videos, so be on the lookout. And hey, if you get any great comics over the next couple of days for Christmas or whatever, put them on IG, tag me. I want to see what you guys are getting. All right, with that, I'll leave you as I always do. Peace, love, and comics. Take care, and Merry Christmas.